Let me see if this joint is working. Sorry, something ain't right. Let me see. I'm gonna have to upgrade this mic ASAP. Alright. Try and do a little drive-by block. And see, I gotta go on the work soon, so. Let's see if anybody show up. Anyway. Real quick. Hopefully the sound ain't trash, but let's look at this. Something I've been looking at, we talking about the history of battle rap, Cassidy, his influence before the URL stage and all that type stuff. So we talking about Guns So Big, like there's a lot of stuff that Cassidy did that people don't even realize. He actually, I don't want to say originated, but he's like one of the first to do. He was one of the first to talk that money talk when it comes to getting his bread. But real quick, let me give a shout out to Hip Hop Is Real and Cassidy. You pull up their Twitter. I finally made it big. Made it to Cassidy's breakdown. I made it to Cassidy's Twitter page. Shout out to Cassidy. I'm from Philly. Like, I don't think people really understand how impactful Cassidy was when it comes to, his influence. He influenced Reed Dollaz. So if you a fan of Reed Dollaz, you still got to pay homage to Cassidy. The same way Cassidy pays homage to Rakim and people like that, and Cannabis and stuff like that. Cassidy influenced a lot. He sparked a whole wave when it comes to ripping people. Like when it comes to rapping, and like people really looked up to him. Reed Dollaz, Meek Mill, Joey Jihad, Murder Mook. These people looked up to Cassidy, even though they still wanted to battle and be competitive because that's the nature. But anyway, shout out to Cassidy. He put me on his Twitter, reposted my video. Shout out to Hip Hop Is Real because they actually, where we at? Right here, Hip Hop Is Real. They actually, he actually called. He said he watched my video. So that's big right there. Somebody with over 100,000 subscribers watching me. Right here at 10 minutes, 10 minutes 45 seconds. I ain't gonna play it, but he asked a question about my blog about the science, breaking down the bars, what Cassidy thought. So I thought that was real dope. Now look. So as far as my video, on this one, I'm just pointing out the Gun So Big bar, but Cassidy, as far as the science, I'm not gonna say I don't understand, but it's so many technical aspects when it comes to rapping, piecing up bars. I'm not no expert on it because I'm not rapping, I'm not writing out bars and then going back over my bars, and like Cassidy does stuff in such a complex way that it'll take me so long to sit there and for one, I'm researching it. I'm trying to figure out his meaning, and it's so much aspects when it comes to the English language. Like this is something I wanna spark with the black community real quick. You realize that you got colleges that people who take, like you have actual professors who study rhymes, who study raps. Like they actually interviewed Nas and the study and break down the grammar, the the actual format of English where it's written in poetic language. Rap stands for rhythm and poetry. How is it people don't understand that? You got white people, no knock on them, but if you want to break it down to an urban thing, you got white people who literally study language and study how rap is formed, pieced up, and written, because there's a science to communicating in English. So a rapper is supposed to have English down to a science. Cassidy, when he's talking about the science, he's not talking about his formula. There's a science, there's an actual structure when it comes to rap, rhythm and poetry. There's a structure to it. So, I don't know all the aspects of it, because this is not nothing. I make my money off of doing plumbing and carpentry. I'm a master plumber and I'm an actual journeyman carpenter. I spent time in both fields, getting licensed in both fields. Cassidy made money off of rapping. So he made money off of, his rap. And what he chose to do was expand his mindset when it comes to rapping. You had to go to him when you talk about breaking down all the aspects of the science of rapping. I'm giving y'all just like a little glimpse of it, because I understand English and I study English, and how stuff is communicated. But you talking about the complexity of bars and stuff. Let me give you a little glimpse real quick. Of he raps bars he rhymes inside of rhymes in the same bars. The people say that's not that's complex. That's, even when it sounds simple, is dope. Look at this.
And you a bitch, you ain't never have heart, nigga. You ain't the shit just cause you on the charts, nigga.
The first half, the second half, he's rapping, he got a rhyme inside of a rhyme.
I'm the shit, you a fart, nigga. Man, I can't stop shining like I'm scared of the dark, nigga.
That's a rhyme inside of a rhyme right there. Now, people got mad like I'm hating on Rum Nitty. Rum Nitty dope. One of you talking about new age rapper, that's probably, that's somebody I like to listen to. But for some reason, he switched his style up even more now when you look at that Rum Nitty versus Twerk battle. Go watch, if you want to, like I said, I'm not biased. You go look at Charlie Clips versus Rum Nitty. Rum Nitty's whole first round, he basically was rhyming. Like, his whole first round was fire. Rhyming, wasn't too much of a complex as far as the multi-syllable stuff, but everything was rhyming. Then you get to the Rum Nitty versus Twerk battle, and it's like, yo, what happened, my man? Like, you ain't even rhyming no more. You just focusing on punching and not even rhyming. You're losing the essence of rap. Battle rap is different as far as it's not random. You're supposed to be talking to your opponent. You still supposed to rhyme and rap, though. Like, what kind of stuff is that? So I don't understand where this energy coming from. Where people criticize me like I'm hating on Rum Nitty just to big up Cassidy. Cassidy is fire with or without me pointing him out. He rhyme inside of rhymes. He's rhyming multiple. He's doing many different aspects of rap. And like I said, it's beyond, like the science go beyond that, but I'm just giving you my insight on it. So let's look at this. His Gun So Big bar. Shout out to whoever's in this chat. Like I said, I'm in the hotel. I'm about to go work a 12-hour shift overnight, 7 to 7. So, it's going to be, I'm going to be pissed because I can't even be in Philly watching it live like I would have been. So let's look at this.
That we bout our business. My hand on my damn cock. Cause man, I copped a gun so big, it could probably kill Hancock.
Gun So Big bar. I got a gun so big. That's like he had, like, y'all be surprised. Like if I was just all Cassidy fan, I could be putting out video after video after video when it comes to the science, the complexity of his rhymes, or how he innovated the game, or how he brought stuff and people ran with it and done. Listen, it's one thing, that somebody might improve on something, but the battle rappers today, a lot of them, like when it comes to on camera, behind the camera, they might be piecing it up with him and bigging him up, but on camera, they don't pay no homage. Yeah, you supposed to take what somebody else's foundation built and run with it and still pay homage though. How you want to not pay homage? The Gun So Big stuff, like you had who was it? I don't know I can't remember if it was Tay Rock or if it was I I think it was Tay-Rock where he said, yeah, I mean, you died at the, the die, you like Harold at the light bar. Where, Harold, he died at the light. Cassidy said that, and if I'm not mistaken, an AM to the PM song. And yet, it's like, dang, y'all say Cassidy bars is outdated. When Tay-Rock said that bar, you die like Harold at the light. Crazy reaction. But Cassidy said that years ago. You talking about throwback bars. This Gun So Big bar. This is in 2009 when Cassidy, 2009 if I'm not mistaken when he said this. The URL, mind you, that was released in May 2009. The Cassidy featuring Corey Guns. URL channel didn't even pop up till October 26, 2009. So it's like, y'all gotta stop hating when it comes to somebody laying the foundation. Now, whether he's gonna be Arsenal or whatnot, like none of my videos previously was about that. I think he's gonna smoke him though. But let's look at this. I ain't gonna play like you got his influence. People might not like Vlad. They call him, a lot of things, but Vlad TV. He interviewed Cassidy after his disaster battle. 4 years at, he interviewed Cassidy, and he was telling Cassidy like he got a lot of moments in hip hop because Vlad was out. Back then was smack. Back in the old days, the DVD days. What Vlad telling? Vlad said that was the biggest moment to him in hip hop history. Now, that's monumental, like to certain people. So, Cassidy influence is huge. This Murder Mook song. This was after, like people say, oh, Cassidy was scared. That's why he asked for a crazy check. He wanted something big because he was scared to battle Mook. All right, so if you're going to use that logic, when Mook didn't battle for all this time, and he said, I want a certain amount of money. And then they told URL came to Murder Mook and say, yo, I want you to battle Surf. He said, all right, oh, you already know what I want. Now, what happened? It wasn't Murder Mook who upped the price up. It was Sue Surf. That's why the battle didn't happen, and he battled Averd. Right before Murder Mook battled Averd, Murder Mook said, you know what, let me hit Smack up real quick because he was itching for me to battle first. He said, all right, they had Murder Mook money. He said, I'm ready to battle. I dubbed the other one and battled Sue Surf first. Sue Surf said he wanted more money than he ever had. That's why the battle didn't happen. So when you talk about Cassidy, scared, Cassidy, as soon as they got Cassidy the check, bang, the battle happened. So let's look at the homage that needs to be paid to Cassidy. Cassidy is the reason why that double impact card happened. I sound crazy? The money generated, a lot of stuff start really jumping off when at the Cassidy battle disaster. When it comes to them upping how much money is going to be generated through these battles. Because that card costed over 300 grand. So you looking at Cassidy was pushing for people and more people to be buying and to getting this bread up. So when URL finally, booked Cassidy and the amount of money that was generated off of that, now you done have Murder Mook, Loaded Lux, you had Hitman Holla, Sue Surf was originally booked on it, Tay-Rock, Hollow the Dime. You talking about all big money people who all headline cards. So you had all headliners on the same card. Now where did that come from? It came from when Cassidy first told Murder Mook way back then, I need 100 grand for me to battle you. Murder Mook went try to get the money up. So all I'm saying is you talking about paying homage, like it doesn't mean Cassidy get all the credit, but pay homage to the man who been putting in those, he been putting the stuff out there that been inspiring people to do great things when it comes to this battle rap world. Like I said, I don't get people who don't want to pay homage. Like me being a master plumber, I don't try to act like, oh, I'm the greatest to ever do plumbing ever. And then say, if it wasn't for me, plumbing wouldn't exist. Like, that's not how Cassidy be talking. Cassidy said, but if it wasn't for me, a lot of people wouldn't have been inspired by the stuff that I did, which is facts. We ain't had nothing to go off of in Philly. Like, Cassidy was battling on the ciphers on 103.9 The Beat, smoking people. Like, when people driving home, a lot of people was tuned into 103.9 the Freestyle Fridays. A lot of people. And that's when that style really started to get crazy with that punching stuff. And so now when you talk about somebody breaking down the science of rapping now, I don't understand why people hating. I'm at a loss with it. Like I said, you look at Vlad TV, it's so many people that his stuff just influenced. So you look at Danny Myers, right? 15 Minutes of Fame. He said he heard 2 rounds of Cassidy, and he got Cassidy winning. He said everything on par, everything up to date. You know what I'm saying? It's totally different than before, and yet people still just running with, like, why is people running with the narrative that Cassidy, like, why do y'all even want somebody like Cassidy to lose? Look at the way rap is now. You got so many more eyes when it comes to Cassidy. Like, you got so much more eyes. Stuff is more popular. Stuff is getting, I don't want to say commercialized, but it's just getting, it would expand a lot more if Cassidy was actually doing what he's doing now. Yeah, I mean, and just on the side note, so like I said, I'm not no hater. We just point, like, when it comes to battle rap, if you actually critique stuff the way stuff should be critiqued, you keeping stuff pure. Yeah, I mean, DNA talk about, he said he fell back on one of the 15 Minutes of Fame interviews because, yeah, I mean, you got people, like, the essence of battle rap is dropping. The essence of battle rap is dropping. Like, a lot of people being spoon-fed. They're not putting no work in. Like the way they was. They, you got the fans who just, how are y'all rocking with people showing up with 2 rounds? Y'all crazy. Like, listen, I don't care how much money I got. If I paid for 3 rounds, I want to hear 3 rounds. Like, just imagine, you paid me to put in a new hot water tank. You paid me to install it, and I installed a hot water tank and just hook up the water lines and don't hook up the gas line, and you can't even use your hot water tank. And I say, all right, well, that's good enough. It still look clean. You would be flipping out like, dog, I paid for you to install the whole thing so I could use it. Same with battle rap. Hold to the same standards. Like I said, Rum Nitty is dope. Look at his Charlie Clips battle. Listen to how, look at how Rum Nitty was rhyming in the Charlie Clips battle. And then you look at his twerk battles like, hey, my man, what are you doing? So it's like people tune their ears to you can't accept, listen, stop accepting less. Like, that's my thing. Cassidy, the reason I keep bringing him up, because this guy was trying to innovate. And you look at how far stuff come from these little things. Just a simple gun so big bar. And that became a staple.
Damn cop, cause man, I copped a gun so big, it could probably kill Hancock.
You talking about something like that, and y'all gotta excuse me if I ain't pull up. Let me see, cause like I said, I'm in the hotel, so I probably can't even read. I hope y'all, if y'all asking questions, I probably can't even read properly. What's going on? Let me see if I could. Ain't nobody on the chat, but. Like I said, I'm in the hotel. I'm out here in Texas still. I'm about to work 12-hour shifts overnight for the next couple weeks. So I might have to pull an all-nighter to try to watch the Cassidy battle and try to do a breakdown. But that's why I be doing these videos the way I be doing them. Ain't nothing edited, nothing like that. Because I just don't got the time. Right now, like, this is my only day off, and I'm going into work in a couple hours. So, like I said, you got Cassidy. You'd be surprised on how much stuff your video or your content influence somebody else. Like I said, I'm not a hater. Jay Black, I'm not a hater on Jay Black. Jay Black is dope at what he do. But I mean, calling a spade a spade. Like, Jay Black real big on Ray Dollars, according to Jay Black. But that don't mean he should be taken away from what Cassidy did. Tech 9, he was real big on Tech 9. We ain't gonna go into the nonsense, but Tech 9 said the only reason he was battle rapping was because he saw Cassidy's freeway battle. Now look at how much of a movement was sparked from Tech 9. And that was literally sparked from Cassidy. So again, when homages do, homages do. Like I said, and let's talk about these bars on what y'all talking about outdated. Again, Cassidy conceded. Look at conceded. His influence when it came to battle rapping. He admits that he was inspired by Geechee Gotti, conceded, Rum Nitty. A lot of these guys said they was inspired by Cassidy. Now again, they supposed to be competitive and say, "I'll smoke his boots." So, but Cassidy pops back up on the scene. I think, you know why I think people hating? Because some of these guys been rapping some bull crap, and you got somebody trying to point it out, like, "Oh man, you guys ain't on my level. Y'all rapping baby stuff. Like that's baby stuff to me." Like, people been dumbed down so bad they don't want to think. If hip hop is the urban community stuff, who's supposed to be more of an expert when it comes to rapping the right way and rapping on a deep level? You know, if rap's supposed to be the essence of hip hop, who's supposed to be more understanding figurative language, similes, metaphors, rhyming a scheme inside of a scheme, rhyming a rhyme pattern inside of a, like, who's supposed to be more of an expert than us? Than the people that's listening to battle rap? Like, it's like the hate comes because y'all either don't want to think or y'all too stupid. Now, like, I don't get it. You got guys that just talking in battle rap right now, and they ain't even rapping. And he talking to him. Yeah, but you still got to rhyme. Rap is rhythm and poetry. What part of that is your, like, rap is not just a random word. It stands for rhythm and poetry. You know, somebody brought up. Let me pull up my video real quick, because the stuff is getting. Like I said, I'm on Cassidy. Like I said, I made it big. I made it to Cassidy Twitter. But let's look at this. Yo, it's so many people on this page that said, like this guy. He said, rap is an art. Either you love it or hate it. His 4-year-old daughter can draw a picture of anything, and I can love it because she took her time and put it together, right? And he'll say, listen, his whole point was, if it's artistic, you can't criticize it. Yes, you can. Rap has a format. You talking about drawing the picture. Now, if I trace the picture, now all of a sudden somebody else, I can't say, "Oh, you can't criticize it because I drew it." Nigga, I didn't draw it. I traced somebody else's artwork. It's the same when it comes to plagiarizing or when it comes to, something not being in rap format. If I just write out things that don't rhyme at all, how can you call it rap? That's the crazy part. How can you call it rap if you ain't rhyming? Iron Solomon, real good when it comes to rhyming. And he get a lot of praise for being a lyricist. Battle rap itself is supposed to be filled with lyricists. If you just going to be spitting punchlines without rhyming, it's like doing a comedy sketch. You just saying stuff and then saying a punchline. If you ain't rhyming, what's the point? But like I said, Cassidy versus Conceited or Cassidy versus Rum Nitty. I would want to see it dope. I think it's dope just for people to see the difference. Now again, Cassidy still has to show up. He still got to put that energy in. Now I was disappointed with the Goods battle. I get why Cassidy didn't do it because I wanted him to bring Swiss Beats out or bring Jadakiss out and say, "Yo, y'all rappers, in this little thing, y'all like to play, the swear to God game," and then turn to Swiss Beats and say. Or turn to Jadakiss and say, "Yo, was he there battle rapping me?" Just to call him out on it publicly. But, Cassidy got his own game plan going on. I guess he wanted to show, like, listen, this is what the goofy stuff he rapping sounds like compared to me just rapping sounds like. And look at how fans reacted. They not even listening. Like, that might have been his strategy. But I think his strategy tomorrow is just to really just show y'all he can do what y'all doing and then still do it better and show you. Like I said, it's dope. We just gotta let the stuff play out. Don't knock something before it happens. But let me take a little break. I'm gonna jump back on this in probably like a half hour or so, You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm still trying to get this live stuff together. Me being in this hotel, I ain't. You know, it's little stuff that I got to work with. I ain't set up like how I would be at home. So I'll be back in like 10, 15 minutes. All right, I'm out. See, look, I don't even know how to turn this joint off.